All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to part 10, the 10th and final installment of this explainer series. You have officially made it to the absolute finish line. And today is really where the rubber meets the road. We're not just talking about how to build a model in some sterile, perfectly controlled lab environment anymore. No, today we are talking about how you launch it, how you sustain it, and how you keep it running in the beautifully chaotic, real-world environment of enterprise IT. Consider this your official launchpad into MLOps.
But before we even touch the technical weeds today, I just have to pause and say, congratulations. Seriously, a massive, well-deserved congratulations to every single IT professional out there who has stuck with this tutorial from part 1 all the way to part 10, stepping completely outside of your traditional infrastructure networking or sysadmin rules to learn the language of data science. That is no small feat. It requires breaking down old mental models and really embracing a fundamentally new way of thinking about how software behaves. You've put in the work, you've built the foundation, and you are now part of this highly critical group of hybrid IT professionals who actually understand what's running under the hood of tomorrow's tech stack. So definitely take a moment to appreciate that.
And of course, we absolutely have to give a quick nod to the brilliant enterprise experts who made this entire learning journey possible. This whole series, Machine Learning for IT Professionals, a 10-part foundation, is brought to you by Virtualization's Options LLC. They're a Colorado-based technology research, education, and advisory organization, and they clearly recognize that IT professionals needed a no-nonsense, operationally focused bridge into machine learning, and they absolutely delivered exactly that. So let's take all this incredible theory they've provided us with and transition into your new operational reality. Let's look at what actually happens on day 2.
Now, the most common trap organizations fall into is thinking that once a machine learning model is trained and deployed, boom, the job is done. But here is your reality check. Keeping models alive in production is a completely different beast than building them in the first place. You see, in traditional IT, when you deploy a standard application, it generally stays exactly the same until you push a new patch, right? But machine learning models, they are not static. They're basically living, breathing pieces of software that interact with a constantly changing world. If you don't actively monitor and maintain them, their performance doesn't just plateau, it actively degrades over time. And this brings us right to the operational core of MLOps.
So the crucial piece of the puzzle is understanding how that degradation happens, which introduces a vital concept: drift monitoring. Let's do a quick IT translation here, just to make it concrete. In your normal day-to-day, you've got monitoring tools that alert you if, say, a server's CPU spikes or if memory is leaking, right? Well, drift monitoring is essentially performance degradation alerting, but specifically for your data. Over time, the real-world data feeding into your model is going to shift. User behavior changes, network traffic patterns evolve, maybe a completely new cybersecurity threat emerges. When the live data stops looking like the historical data the model was originally trained on, the model starts making bad predictions. So drift monitoring acts as your early warning radar. It detects these shifts in data distributions so you can step in and intervene before your model's accuracy completely falls off a cliff.
Okay, so your drift alarm just went off. How do you fix it? Well, in the old world of traditional software, fixing a degraded system usually meant manual code updates. A developer would literally have to write a patch, test it, and manually push it out to production. But in the reality of machine learning, we rely on what are called automated retraining pipelines. Instead of a human manually intervening every single time the data shifts, we build automated pipelines. And these pipelines are triggered the very moment model performance drops, or even just when a new batch of fresh data arrives. The system automatically pulls that new data, retrains the model, and preps it for deployment. It keeps the model current without requiring a human to sit there and manually turn the crank.
But hang on a second. If an automated pipeline just built a brand new model, how do we actually know it's better than the old one? We definitely don't just guess, and we absolutely do not replace the old model blindly. We use A/B testing in production. Now, you might already be familiar with canary deployments or blue-green deployments in standard IT. This is the exact same philosophy. A/B testing allows teams to compare model versions live out in the wild. We route a small percentage of real user traffic to the newly retrained model, and the rest goes to the existing model. By comparing their performance side by side in real time, we can safely and mathematically prove that the new iteration actually performs better before we scale it up to everyone. It minimizes risk and prevents any massive system disruptions.
All right, so we've got the concepts down: drift monitoring, automated retraining, and A/B testing. But what does this actually look like in your specific environment? What are the systems you're going to be getting your hands dirty with? You already know your virtualization platforms, your network monitors, your ticketing systems. Now it is time to get familiar with the essential MLOps tools. So here's a look at your foundational MLOps toolkit. First up, we have MLflow.
Think of this essentially as version control combined with a really detailed logging system specifically built for machine learning experiments. It tracks exactly what parameters created what model. Next is Kubeflow. If you're already working in containerized environments, you are going to love this. It runs machine learning pipelines natively on Kubernetes, seamlessly translating standard container orchestration right into ML workflows. Then, of course, we have the cloud heavyweights. AWS SageMaker, which is a fully managed end-to-end platform for building, training, and deploying models on Amazon's infrastructure. And very similarly, Azure ML, which provides really robust, enterprise-grade MLOps that's deeply integrated into the Microsoft ecosystem. These are the platforms where your new operational realities are going to live.
So, you now possess a foundational framework that, frankly, most traditional IT professionals simply do not have yet. The big question is, what are you going to do with it? Let's talk about your next action steps.
Step 1 is pretty straightforward. Start right in your existing stack. You do not need to go build a custom model tomorrow. Go look at the tools you're already using right now, things like Dynatrace, Splunk, Datadog. Most of these already have machine learning running under the hood for things like anomaly detection. Go turn those features on, observe them, and see how they apply the exact concepts we've been discussing. Step 2. Build upon this foundation. Look into free or low-cost structured curricula like the Google ML Crash Course or AWS ML Foundations to really deepen that technical edge. And step 3, which is perhaps the most important of all, collaborate across disciplines. Go talk to your data science teams. Look, they know the math inside and out, but they often really struggle with things like high availability, incident response, and network reliability. Bring your IT operational superpowers to their deployments. They genuinely need your expertise.
I want to leave you with one final highly provocative thought directly from our source material. The best time to start building ML fluency is today. Every week you wait is a week of compounding advantage someone else is building. You have just completed a massive first step by finishing this 10-part foundation. You are already ahead of the curve. The AI revolution isn't some distant future event you need to prepare for someday. It is a current reality that you are now fully equipped to navigate. So what advantage will you start building today? Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through the world of machine learning for IT professionals. Now get out there, explore your stacks, and put that new foundation to work.